Hi, today we are gonna talk about oxytocin and do some body massage, self-massage, and see if we can get to the facial, or I'll do a separate video for that. I mentioned at the retreats how important it is with the self-massage and the self-touch to enhance happy hormones. Today, mental illness is huge, anxiety, depression, and just a simple practice of touching oneself and activating oxytocin, which is the neurotransmitter and the precursor of happy hormones, serotonin, will help you feel better. It's as simple as that. Now, if you have someone to hug, that's great. But if you don't get frustrated, because this works as well. The hands, to self-massage one's hands, you can do that at work, by your desk, or if you want to do your legs, you sneak off out to the toilet and you actually massage your legs. And this touch on the skin will activate oxytocin. Try it. We recommend in the health booklet, I don't know if you remember, but we recommend a body massage every morning, and it can be done if you are in a dry climate. I'm a very hot climate here in Thailand, so it's humid, so I don't really need any oils for it. But if you are, say, in Europe or in a dry climate, you might need to use water. So water or a drop of oil that works for you. Could be any oil that is oily, because essential oils many times are not oily, they are watery. So if you want to get that like gliding feeling, it could be good to use like olive oil. If you don't like to smell like a salad, well, then you do sesame oil or almond oil, but don't use the petrochemical derived oils that they often have at even massage parlors. Read, study, let it be a natural oil. If it says that you need to dilute it, well, then you dilute it. I have a lot of essential oils that need to be diluted that I would not use as carrier, but there are many that are good for carriers, like hemp oil or nagra, plenty. So Google and see what you can find on your market wherever you are. Olive oil, the virgin extracted, has a lot of vitamin E, which is great for the skin. In Asia, I use sesame oil, not the one that they toast and use for the kitchen or for food, but I do use a light sesame oil for my whole body. And the way to create a lotion is actually to take the oil and mix it with water. And when you shake it like this is when you create a lotion. Lotion means that they have hydrogenated the oil, which means that they have beaten the oil molecule so much that they have broken it and water has gotten into the oil. Then you don't have the separation of water and oil, but a much healthier way to use these oils is to actually shake it and not bake it. So if you want to have a healthy body lotion, you create it yourself, and if the water separates from the oil, you just shake it. Or you step out of the shower and you take a drop of that oil that you like and you use it directly on your skin when you are wet. Simple as that. It's all over YouTube. You can Google how you use it to body massage yourself. So don't forget that. Now to the actual facial. It's very quick. If you do this while you do the body massage in the morning and before you go to bed. So the routine that I recommend, especially if you have makeup, which I don't use because it's chemicals and I don't want to use that on my body. But if you do, or if you live in a city where you probably have had particles in the air that are dirty, you clean your face. And the best cleaning is actually just normal soap, like an olive oil soap, the famous one from Aleppo, for example. I don't know if that exists anymore. Does that Syria? And you take water, lukewarm water. Try to keep separate towels for face and the body. You want to have a clean towel for the face. It's very sensitive skin area because it's always out there in toxicity. You don't have clothes on your face, so it's always out there in the bad air and sun, etc. So to protect it, you can at least have a clean towel. You clean it up during the night, and then if you use something on your skin before you go to bed because you feel dry, that's when you can do the facial. I love moringa oil. For me, I'm very sensitive in my face, so I have to really try out my oil, and I just use one little drop. That's all I need for my face and when I do the facial. And I drip a little bit of water to get that lotion right in my hand, fresh. I don't need always to make oils or combos, and I use it fresh like that, directly on my face. And first we will warm up and get the lymphatic working, and that's simply done by stroking with the outer parts of your fingers up and down about 10 to 20 times. If you hear a weird noise, that's actually the peacock that is showing off down there. Sounds like when he moves the feathers. Yeah, that's how it is to live in the jungle. So you do that 10 to 20 times. The forehead. You can of course do the scalp and the hair with that amazing oil you will find. There you go. And around the nose, down, around the mouth. If you don't want to be too strong because you have sensitive skin, you use the last fingers. Also do in between the ears, or fingers with ears in between. This will improve your hearing a lot, and recommended for tinnitus as well. Now the last but not to forget is to actually massage the back of your neck, up in the hair and down as many times as you can to get your lymph going, because here you have a lot of lymph. And the way it works is that when you sleep, this is why I recommend you do this at night when you clean your face, it is to get it done before bedtime, because during night you will have a detox of your brain, and it's used it uses the veins up in the brain to send the liquid that is sprayed out during, I think it's the REM sleep, and then it picks up toxins in the brain, it brings it back through the vessels down to the lymphatic system. And the lymph system works with muscle, which is one of the reasons why you want to have strong muscles and a good posture to carry your body. The lymph system is part of our immune system, so whatever intruder you might have, a virus or other toxins, you want to have a good lymph system. And then the lymphs continue down. I don't know if you know where they are, but you can Google all throughout the body. And it's the muscles that work and pump the lymph around. It's not like the vessels that have a heart to pump the liquid around. Now, acupressure points. So when you have done that facial, you can do acupressure points to get better sight and also lift your face a little bit if you want. And I'll start with the eyes, and I press the eye lobe areas very lightly. Don't press too much because you will have the nerves, and you can feel the indentation here on the side. And down here I use 2 fingers where the nerves go. You just lightly press on the bone for about 3 breaths. I do above and under the nose. And then the one that nobody should forget is just underneath the eyes. If you look straight forward, you have the bones here, and you squeeze the finger in without nails underneath, and there you press hard. And I know it looks a little bit funny. And when you've done that for about 3 breaths, it's painful. That's the best acupressure point to facelift, because these activate the trigemini nerve. And when I mean activating, as we work with acupressure points all over the body, it's creating a little bit of pain. So the body will send all the anti-inflammatory substances, which in this case are antioxidants, to repair all the tissue around. And if you do that, you never have to do any facelifts. And even if you don't do that, you can imagine that we don't recommend to cut or to do any invasive surgery just to look good, because the looks don't come from the knife. They come from being a good person and being healthy and loving oneself, and not any chemicals, any Botoxes or any other chemicals is recommended for a healthy lifestyle.